14 World War II Shooters. Part 2. Game of 2001. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. 1943, Himmler conducts research on the creation of super soldiers. SS units dig up graves and stitch pieces of flesh with metal. Find out the details and prevent the development of the agent of the Office of Secret Actions, Blazkowicz. If you roll on the game high-resolution textures, it is quite possible to shake the old days and pass the legendary shooter now. Game of 2003. Beyond Normandy Assignment Berlin. In Normandy somehow turned out to be Soviet troops, while playing for an American paratrooper. All boxes and barrels explode from a single hit. Game of 2004. World War II Sniper Call to Victory. Play as an American sniper. The Germans appear out of thin air. The old Jupiter game engine barely pulls the European architecture. On the winter map, steam is coming out of your mouth. Game of 2005. Mortar 2 Forever. The game starts in a snow-covered Norwegian village. The game has 5 locations: Norway, Poland, Yugoslavia, Greece, a top-secret base. It is possible to fly on an unarmed helicopter. Visually, the picture is pleasant. Game of 2005. Buhr Soldier Eastern Front: The Unknown War. The Nazis set up the production of super soldiers from the dead, reviving them in a special machine. You will have to play for such an unfinished super soldier, Karl Stolz, who was intercepted in the laboratory by a girl from the resistance, so you will have to play for the partisans. Game of 2005. Airborne Troops Air Assault. You will play as John Welsh, a Royal Air Force pilot shot down over France in 1944. The game has 7 short missions. Game of 2007. Mortar 3 Battle of Strike Force of Resistance. The events take place in September 1943. Play as a resistance fighter in the German rear for 8 missions. Game of 2007. Medal of Honor Airborne. The game uses the Unreal Engine 3. Following the spirit of realism, you are allowed to carry a gun, grenades, and only 2 other barrels of any kind. There is a pumping of weapons. The longer you use, the better and own. Game of 2008. Buhr Soldier 2 Eastern Front Collapse of Annerby. Our hero, Karl Stolz, a former officer of the Special Sabotage Unit of the Wehrmacht, revived by the diabolical genius of Ernst Schaefer. The main difference between him and an ordinary person is a time shield, that is, a spherical area around the hero that stops bullets. Game of 2008. Marines Commandos of World War II. On each of the levels, we perform the standard simple actions: crawl through boring dark corridors, destroy crots, press buttons and lay out explosives. Game of 2008. Sniper: The Price of Victory. Over the course of 8 short missions, the player will have to run between positions marked on the map, shoot German soldiers or tanks. The path to the final is always the same, the detours are blocked by designers. The Second World War in the game is represented by Stalingrad and for some reason Italy. Game of 2009. The Saboteur. In my subjective opinion, this is the best GTA-like game on World War II. We play as Sean Devlin, an Irish racer who cleans Paris and its surroundings from the Nazis. At the beginning of the game, the world is colored in black and white, and as the map is freed from German posts and missions are completed, the surrounding world returns its colors. The partisans are helping to liberate Paris, and the fascists are not trying to retake their outposts. You can relax in a cabaret with half-naked dancers. 2014 Game of the Year. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Outside the window, the Nazi world of 1960. The Nazis landed on the moon, and the Beatles were forced to sing in German. Agent Blazkowicz wakes up in a psychiatric hospital and intends to turn the tide of history. Game of 2015. Wolfenstein: Old Blood. This is the backstory of The New Order, an independent prequel. This supplement contains 8 chapters, 2 interconnected stories. The main character is Agent Blazkowicz. It's 1946, and the Nazis are about to win World War II. To turn the situation in favor of the Allies, Blazkowicz needs to successfully conduct a dangerous special operation in the Bavarian hinterland.